Yo, what's up? Today, we're going to be talking about second chances. So if you like, please give me some feedback, and if you want to, subscribe. You don't have to, though. To me, okay, I'll give you a little bit backstory first. Again, it's about the same girl I talked about in, was it the love video? I think it was. But I gave that girl like 5 chances. Well, I went back to her, and I also like let her come back to me like 5 times, which was pretty stupid. I can't lie. It didn't change anything, and I ended up getting hurt even more. And to me, I've learned that second chances, you shouldn't give someone second chances, because 9 times out of 10, people can't change. And 9 times out of 10, when people say they have changed, they haven't. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, when you give someone a second chance, you give them a second chance to burn you, not to help you. That's just something I learned from that experience, and I'm going to carry on holding that same view until I get proven otherwise. Because, again, I live in a very safe bubble, you could say, and I try to limit exposure to stuff that can hurt me, whether that be a girl, whether that be making new friends, whether that be, I have the things I like, boxing, I have one like best friend, my hobbies, whatever. I don't really feel like I need anything else, and I prefer to live where I am now, and it's the same reason why, like, I don't give second chances, because I just don't like getting hurt. I don't feel like anyone does, right? It's a pretty shitty feeling. And I mean, the way I think about it, and I'm not gonna compare. It's not a very good analogy. I'm gonna use it anyway. But like, if a snake bites you, okay, do you give it? Do you put your arm next to it again to hope it changed? Probably not, because it's probably gonna bite you again. Okay, and are you surprised when it bites you for the second time? No. In fact, I'm pretty sure people will call you stupid for giving it a second chance to bite you. That's just my opinion on it. I don't feel like people can change. Like, you can tell me what you think, but every time a friend or a girl says to me, "Oh no, but like, I've changed," I've never really seen it. I've never really felt the change. Like, you're still the same person, visually, energy-wise, the same person, personality-wise, the same person. Maybe your morals changed a little, but that doesn't really affect me. And like, your basic everyday morals have not changed. I'm sure like there are cases where someone can change, truly change, but for me, I've never experienced someone who's actually changed, because I feel like people deep down are the same people, is the same person. Like, you're just the same person you were 6 months ago. You just learned how to hide it better. And that's how I think about it. And I feel like that's very negative. And again, people say like a negative mindset never brings a positive life. But at the same time, I feel like my view will definitely prevent exposure to hurtful things rather than your mindset, which is all trusty and whatever. Your ass gonna get hurt. My ass gonna be perfectly safe. I don't know. You let me know what you think. If you ever have let a girl change or a guy change and they've actually changed, you can tell me. But for me, at least, I feel like when you give that person that second chance, it never really, they just end up hurting you again. It's like just a second chance to hurt you even more. And I don't know, I feel like that's the way I try to look at it, or do look at it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel like it's a very limited topic here, but I feel like there are some cases where someone can grow, but then you gotta ask the question, is growth change? You know what I'm saying? Like, is growth change? I feel like it's more just, I just feel like you're changing yourself if you're growing. You're just making what you already were bigger or better. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's directly change. Like, you can't grow your personality. Personality doesn't grow. So I don't know. I feel like you can obviously change your looks, but you can't change what's inside here. At least that's my opinion. And that's why I say the people that say that they have changed, and you may see like, oh, they're a bit of a better person. I feel like they just learned how to hide it better. How to really put that mask on properly. Because I think I've said this before. I don't know if I have. And if I haven't, I'll make a video on it. But I believe all people have a mask. No one really presents their authentic 110% truth self. It's always whether it's a fake smile or a fake frown, whatever it may be, everyone puts on some sort of cover to cover that true self. And I believe that with 100% facts. And I think that that's what changing really means. When I hear someone say, I've changed, the thing that goes to my brain is, you've just learned how to cover it better. And you ain't coming back. Like, you can stay there. You can stay right there. I do not want anything to do with you. That's my opinion, at least. And let me know what you think in the comments, because I'm interested to know your view on it. So yeah, thanks for listening, and maybe you learned something from this. You did. Like, subscribe. You don't have to though, and enjoy your day. Peace.